Hey, Crypto Growth fam, how's it going? This is your host Shazib signing in. We're back with another video, guys. In this video, we will be discussing Stronghold SHX, the community driven success. It's going to be an interesting video, guys, so make sure to watch till the end because the price is also moving as we are recording this. So, if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems, guys, by the way, then make sure to subscribe the channel and hit the notification icon for regular videos. And you can also support the channel by becoming a Patreon, so do check that out as well if you want to see the channel rolling for years. And if you're interested, that is, do check it out. Anyways, guys, let us begin first and foremost with the price and chart of SHX at the time of the recording. Check this out, guys. SHX is up 24.30%, guys, for the day. The price is dollars 0.004616. The market cap has obviously risen 24.30% as well. Check out the 24-hour volume. It is up 102% in 24 hours. Guys, this is awesome. Seems so cool. Seems so neat. The price has gone from dollar 0.003713 all the way to 0.0046, guys. If we look at the 7-day chart, it is up 26.80%. And if you look at the monthly, it is down 7.62% because it had reached almost 0.0097. So it basically is testing this resistance, and it has basically broken this 0.004605. It is on its way to break 0.004777 and test this 0.0051 level, guys. If it breaks that, then in my opinion, from there on forward, 0.0055, we are in the yearly highs. So yeah, if you look at the all-time chart to get an idea of where the price might go, so yeah, 0.0060, it will test this area of 0.0060 first. It might break this, and I think it will break this and find a new support area over here. And then, guys, from there on forward, it might go up and test these resistance areas over here, and ultimately go on to test its all-time highs as well eventually. So it can be awesome. Not a financial advisor, but it can happen this year as the prices. I mean, this SHX is not stopping, so it certainly is. Possible, guys, but this is crypto, anything can happen, but so only invest what you can afford to lose, guys. Now, I found this really interesting video here in the Stronghold X channel, guys. I wanted to share this with you guys. This is 23 hours ago. Stronghold December 2023 marked a significant milestone, 5 years of the SHX token and our first governance vote. Tammy Camp and Sean Bennet basically recap the outcome and our community-driven success. Exciting future ahead. Strongholders, watch it here, guys. From we will watch this together. So before I play this, I'll tell you something that what I liked about this video is that Stronghold is basically implying their interest in DeFi, in community building, in Discords, social media, basically any crypto project, whether utility or from meme coin to a utility coin, has basically, obviously, utility is the first and foremost thing that we are looking for, but still that utility adoption hasn't come in its in full throttle mode. So up until this point, great community and hype is, I think, it obviously gives a competitive edge to any project, be it a utility coin or a meme coin. I mean, we cannot compare the two because utility obviously is going to be taking the price extremely high when utility is adopted. But to make my point clear, I'll tell you something. You remember when SHX prices were down here and we were discussing it in these areas, in these levels. The check out the volume, the 24-hour volume. It was extremely low. I remember at one point it was even 6K, I think. I do not know when it was, in 2022 or when. it was 6K, and you guys know the price action didn't happen. And as far as the X is concerned, the community wasn't talking about SHX like it is talking about SHX right now. So check this out. Everyone is talking about it. There are people and groups, the pages that are specifically talking about it. So shout out to Mr. Crypto Banker and Mr. Thingol Crypto as well. They usually talk about it. So they have been talking about it since a while now. So this is certainly great when a community talks about a project, the community is built and they talk about it. Price action is then you can you can experience this chart yourselves. I mean, you can feel this chart yourselves. The community is growing and all of that stuff. So basically, I wanted to highlight that point. Now let us begin and let us start and watch this video together.
So that happened. That was our first ever governance vote. What do you think? How did it go?
It was a really, really busy time for us. But I think all in all, it went really well for the first time that we've ever done this.
Yeah, I was really surprised about how many people participated from our community. Like, it felt like everyone came out. And I think we even 6x'd our audience.
Yeah, the numbers that we saw the community growing over the voting period as compared to just before it. I think it was about 6x the number of new members coming on board.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and one of the things I really liked that we got was a lot of feedback throughout the process, which we managed to incorporate some of it during the vote, and obviously it'll help us for the next one as well. So all in all, a really, really good first time.
Yeah, I thought so too. So I was really genuinely surprised about how many votes that we got in general. Like, what was the final tally of that?
I think in terms of number of SHX that ended up voting as a valid vote, it was 210 million, give or take, right?
Right. So tell me about what do you think we should do for the next one?
I think one of the big questions that I have for next time is, where is that proposal going to come from? Or going forwards, where are those proposals going to come from? You know, obviously we put the first one forward, but in future we're going to have to find a way to make even the process of coming up with the questions more inclusive to the community, right?
Yeah, that's right. How do you think other crypto projects do that? Or who does it well?
There's a lot of DeFi projects that I like. I probably won't try and pick, my favorites here, but a lot of them have forums, I've noticed, where they'll talk about things. So you'll see people talk about things on the Discord. And I have actually seen in our Discord some people coming up with some, beginnings of ideas, which is cool. But I think we need a space where people can write down, hey, this is what I think is a really good idea, and then let people actually comment on that sort of in a single thread. So I think that model might be something that we can start looking at.
Yeah, maybe we should vote on a forum.
Oh, there we go. There's an interesting idea. Number 2, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. What surprised you the most for this voting event?
Well, coming up to the vote, I think the thing that struck me first was that there's a lot of infrastructure that was missing, right? We were building on top of the Stellar Ledger, which is fantastic for payments, but it is missing a lot of the functionality that you'd see on like an EVM chain like Ethereum. So there was a lot of work that we had to do, but we did get there, and I think it was an acceptable voting experience at the end of the day. So the results came in, and in the end, it came through as a very strong for the burn, and it's 70% as the proportion to burn. Is that surprising to you?
It was not surprising to me at all. I think over the years, a lot of people have been asking when we were going to burn some of the supply, because obviously that makes the token a little bit more unique and deflationary. And so I think that the community's been, asking that question for a long time. So I was not surprised whatsoever that I came back at that number. I was actually surprised that it was not 80%.
Well, if I could be, I hope this isn't controversial, but I wish that the burn proportion was going to come out a little lower. I was hoping for something more like 50-50. I think thinking from the business side, there is certainly a case where I think we need to keep that incentive mechanism there for the capital contributors. So I think 50 would have been a nice balance. But with the rates coming down overall, I think it'll still be a really good, really good deal for our merchants.
What do you think our community can expect to see next?
I think the 2 big things that the community will see us doing: 1, implementation of this vote. I think there's still a question that we're talking about internally, is how quickly do we get this on top of Stellar, or is that even the right thing to do? Right?
I agree.
Soroban's coming out. You never want to be one of the first players on something new as well. That's, not a good idea, especially when we're moving money. Never a good idea. So we'll be watching like what happens with Stellar and Soroban really closely to see if that's a stable platform for us to put smart contracts in. And then you can see more of the MCA program actually moving there. Without that, it's going to be a little more difficult for us to put that on top of Stellar for now. So we're working on that, and we'll see where that ends up. The second thing that we're going to be working on is ramping up for vote number 2 and how we want to do that going forwards. We're continuing to reflect on all the learnings that we got out of this vote and trying to think about what will make it better, more inclusive in the future. But all eyes on that Soroban release. It really changes a lot for us.
Because we've been focused so much on just building the business, that means doing bank partnerships, payment network partnerships, merchants, and onboarding, all these customers, getting all these transactions on Stronghold Net. Like, it was really nice to come back at the end of the year and then really realign ourselves back to our SHX community.
On the 5th year anniversary.
On the 5th year anniversary.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
So, folks, a really interesting video from Ms. Tammy Camp and Mr. Sean Bennet. And if you remember, in our burning the governance vote video, I agree with Mr. Sean Bennet. I told you guys explicitly that there has to be some much more incentive for the capital contributors as well. I was in favor of that as well, the 50-50, or there should be incentive. I mean, they should get a bit of fees as well so that they are incentivized. And what I like about this video is how eager the team is to get the community involved. In the first proposal, they unilaterally basically decided what the proposal is going to be, and now they are trying to implement various other mechanisms to decide the proposal. So the community is going to be much more involved in that regards. And in my opinion, this is really great, guys. This is really great that they're getting the community involved, and they're updating the community, and they're much more approachable via social media now. I mean, updating the holders. A community is it is the backbone of any coin, guys. Any coin. Now check this out. Let me show you guys. Mr. Crypto Banker, he really did a great job over here when he basically regulated this AMA episode over here, roundtable episode. This part 2, I think, episode 2. Where is the episode 1? Yeah, the Crypto Banker SHX roundtable episode 1. So this is what I'm talking about. The community, people came, like-minded people who like SHX. They came and talked about SHX. So this is what we're talking about, a good community and how it matters. And now that SHX is keeping the community involved, is getting the community involved, it is going to increase multifold. More people are going to be involved, and much more. More people means more buying pressure. Like they said that after the governance vote, they 6x the amount of people or the community members. So this is great, guys. This is awesome. So what do you guys think about the community-driven votes? Let me ask you something. What would your proposal be? I mean, if SHX team were to ask you, what proposal would you like us to initiate next, the second proposal, what would that be? Hit the comment box below and let the community know. Number 1 question. Number 2, do you think that 70% burn was good, or should it have been a bit less? Like myself, and I agree with Sean Bennet that it should have been 50-50. It would have been better. So let your opinions heard in that regard as well. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And what do you guys think with this price will be in the next 2 weeks? Hit that as well in the comment box below. Anyways, guys. So, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And do check out Patreon as well if you want to support the channel. So, like I always say at the end, until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.